Aloha! So today is the 31st of December. I'm currently at my office. There's no one here, literally. Everyone's off for the New Year's. It's actually been quiet since the start of Christmas. I am one of the very few people who actually still come into office. Anyway, I just want to do something today in this rather quiet environment. Yahoo! Future Yozi here. So, as I'm editing this video, I realized this next part of the story is a little bit too long. To give you a quick summary, this card, I thought it was the card that I wrote for myself from last year. But turns out it wasn't. I opened it up and realized, ooh, it's actually meant for my birthday next year.
Oh, well, okay.
Whoopsie daisy, which means I couldn't find my letter from 31st of December 2024. It's a shame, maybe because I moved house, I lost it somehow, so we're just gonna move on. We won't be looking back into the past, but we will be looking into the future straight away. Alright, back to the video.
I thought it was a bit weird that it's in the shape of a card, so
My hunch was right.
so I bought this letter set from Daiso. I love their letter sets. It's very convenient. The design is called the hologram letter set. Let's see what's the hologram. So this is the envelope is like sparkly, sparkly. The letter paper on the back is like this. So if you fold it and put it into the envelope, it will look like this. I get it now.
I got my writing companion with me, which is the Hikari matcha. I have added a dose of espresso inside as well, so it is officially a dirty matcha. And I love how they have this little writing of arigato right here. It's like, thank you for having our matcha. Thank you. The reason why I have this here is because today is the 31st of December 2025, and I am going to do an exercise that I do every single year. So I've been doing this for a while. I cannot remember exactly how or why I started doing this, but I think it was during uni. Most likely because my first year of uni was the first year that I moved out of my family home and started living on my own. That maybe, prompted me to start doing some rituals for myself. I have to sit down every single year and do this. This is essentially the rap before Spotify rap for myself. So number one, I will write down positive things that happened to me, pick about 3 to 5 of them. So number one, the first thing that I would include would be the positive things that happened to me this year. I would pick 3 to 5 of them and write them down. The way I select what to write down would be which of them had the biggest positive effect on me. This is literally me going through what happened during the year and capturing the wins. The second thing that I would write down would be the things that I think could have gone better. Things that need improvement, things that didn't go according to plan. But I do not write down anything that is beyond my control. For example, I wouldn't write down, I wish there were more sunny days. Like, I can't control that, yeah? But I would write down, say, for example, try to go to sleep earlier so that I have more energy during the day. Less doom scrolling so that I don't feel bad afterwards. Things that I can control. I would write that down.
I think I just kind of exposed myself.
And then lastly, I would write things that I wish I would do next year. Sort of like a goal setting thing. Manifest. I would focus on this and this and this. And then fold it, seal it inside the envelope, and I'll open it next year to find out what happened. And, check in on myself to see whether things that I manifested or things I promised myself actually was fulfilled. So if you like to do this exercise with me, I'm just gonna write here and document the whole thing. Just whip out pens, paper. It doesn't have to be an envelope, but if you have one, great. And the paper doesn't have to be pretty. It's just that I have been doing this for a while, so I just want to make it grander. Write a letter to your future self with me. Let's get started. I know I said write about 3 to 5, but I've written out 7 so far, and I think I can fill it up to 8, 9, 10. 2025 has indeed been a year of measurable growth for me, so I'm just gonna document everything. And now things that I wish I could have done better, or things that I wish we could improve. So now for the final part, which is writing about things that I wish would happen next year. It is actually a bit like a brain dump. So I'm just gonna dump my brain. Okay, so I have finished writing my letters right here. Ding ding. But I think before I seal it completely, I'm going to read out what I've written. So something that I just want to share, because I think there's one thing about leaving an audio memory. I will share with you the ones that I can share, because some of them are pretty private and I would like to keep them private. One of the big things that I have achieved in 2025 would be I finally moved out. Yay! And started solo living. I moved out once when I was a uni student, but that was different because I was still being financially supported by the parents. But this time around is different because I am financially independent, finally. And I was able to move out. As someone who has been freelancing for the past 12 years, this is a huge step forward, and I'm so grateful for that. The second W, I started having my own office. Yay! Right now it is a co-working space, but I'm finally able to have that separation between work and life, and so I can actually clock out per se. So I wanted an apartment, so like a single bedroom apartment. So my idea was that I would be having my workspace, separate work and my private life in terms of spaces. My work would be done in the living room area, so I would set up like a home studio, like a workstation where I can get my stuff done. And then the bedroom, which is where I'll be resting, lounging, hanging out, chill, like rest. But then I realized it's not working really well as I expected, because I am very easily distracted as long as I'm home, feeling like, oh, I should do some cleaning, I should do some cooking instead of getting my work done. So having an office really changed the game. Number 3, I finally started my YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now. But actually, I need to correct that wording, as in like I started putting out my vlogs on my YouTube channel, because my YouTube channel started off as a channel of a singer-songwriter, as a musician, so you would find lots of covers up here. I've been thinking a lot about having vlogs up here, but it's always been thinking. But I finally started. It's not a very glamorous start, admittedly, but I am very proud that I took that one step forward and, just get started. Because progress is greater than perfection. And that is going to be my motto for 2026, so that I can actually move forward with lots of things. What am I? Okay, number 4. Yes. So I made time for family this year. And this is something that I am very proud of and happy about. Because as you grow older, life happens, right? So we don't really get much opportunity to hang out together as a family of 5. But this year we managed to, which is great. So we would organize hangouts, day outs, excursions, trips together, and we make sure that it happens. This year, the 3 highlights being we went whale watching, we went to Taiwan, and we went to Korea. So that's nice. The next one, I did a solo trip to Japan. Yay! That's like a really, really big dream come true for me, because, why do I get teary-eyed? I think I want to do a bit of a long story time video to explain a little bit about my life before this, how it all started. Literally a journey to the past of how I started, like all the 12 years that I have been living as a singer-songwriter, like a freelance singer-songwriter, and then eventually adding celebrant and MC to the equation, how it evolved essentially, and why Japan is important to me. Just a quick one. I'll try and summarize this in like 20 seconds. So basically, I have decided in my early 20s that I will not be allowed to do anything fun, including going to Japan, until I have managed to get some success or achievement in music, because I don't deserve to go there. But then, of course, my mindset has changed. That was a very toxic mindset, by the way. Very questionable. Dedicated, but questionable. It's very unhealthy, because I am putting my bet on something that I have no control of whatsoever, and thus toxic. I booked the tickets really early on. I actually booked it at the start of the year to go in May this year. And I'm so glad that I made the move. Yes, that is also a W, because it's no longer just something on the bucket list. It made it out of the list. And boom, 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 boom. Okay, the next one. I bought a weighted electric piano from Roland. Okay, how is this important to me? When I decided to move back to Australia, to Melbourne, I have actually sold off everything that I bought before in Malaysia, because, so long story short, I was stuck in Malaysia during COVID, and after COVID has settled down, I decided to move back to Melbourne. For that move, I have sold everything. I have sold my electric piano, so I had one before. For me, the electric piano symbolized my musician identity, because for me, having weighted keys, that's the important feature. Must have, is a deal breaker for me. So when I moved back to Melbourne, I was still staying with my parents. It wasn't really a good time to buy an electric piano like that for myself. Put the idea off, and now that I moved out and being more financially stable, I am able to do it. So yeah, So buying that is a huge step forward for me as a recovering artist, because I am ready to let that back into my life, to get something that is important to my art. There's nothing stopping me, and the timing is right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've written down 12 things that I am manifesting for next year, for 2026. But one of the things that I am happy to share would be to have a stronger core, physically and mentally. The important part being the mentally. I hope that I am no longer easily swayed by others. I actually wrote something really nice here. I hope that I will be unfazed and unbothered by whatever other people say. Yes. That I will learn to embrace myself truly as who I am, and I will eliminate the want and the need to please others. Yeah, that's my biggest hope for myself in 2026. Just putting it up here. So if you are someone who is thinking about doing the same thing for next year, comment down below. We can build a strong core together. Know that you're not alone, and this is actually an issue more common than you think. Alright, so let me seal that, and I will get ready for our counting down dinner with the family. Alright, so this is the last video of 2025. Well, by the time this comes out, I think it's 2026, but this will be the last video recorded for 2025, and yeah. So the Yosi of 2025 signing off. Matane!